Everybody, we're out in the garden. Milo's getting some garden time in. We'll give you a little tour of the garden. Don't step on those plants, Miss Milo. Can you step around them? You're standing on the new radishes. I'll give you guys a garden tour in this video. Milo's getting her garden outdoor time today. This first bed here is garlic. It was planted in the fall and I covered it over really well. It's doing beautiful for this time of year. Seems like it's come up and gotten big faster than I would think it should. Those are poppies planted in between. I'm gonna need to thin those. Trying to do all the beds with some flowers and some vegetables. Since I'm not here to harvest and work them, I'm just kind of wanting it to be pretty. So that's what's in this bed. And then this one back here, this is onions. I did put a few tomato seeds in. I am absolutely not optimistic they're going to come up. It's really too cool for them to germinate. If I really want a tomato, I'll probably have to go buy one, but I'm not sure I really want one this year. But I had the seeds. They came because when I bought so many seeds, I got a pack of seeds. So, and that was the free seeds. I bought all my seeds this year, or most of my seeds, from Haas Tools in Georgia. And so I got a free Mountain Vineyard tomato packet. If I was home, I would have started it in the house, but that's, yeah, I planned it. I put the seeds in. If they come up, great. If they don't, that's fine too. And then I have some sunflowers planted in between the onions. They're all coming up nice. The wind sure is picking up. Got 3 onions that I were planted in the fall that I covered up. Trying to plant, this is an new experiment for me, was planting onions from seed. You're supposed to do it in the fall and overwinter them, and then you get bigger onions the next year. I successfully got 3 of them to make it, so I don't know about that. I did plant some more onion seeds early in the spring, and they're all coming up. I just don't know if they're going to be able to have time to mature, so we'll just have to see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see. It's an experiment, something new, something I've not tried before. What do you see, Milo? You gonna run around and be silly? See, I see something out there in the woods. Come on, Milo. Good girl. This next bed is another bed of garlic. And it's doing pretty well too. There are 2 different types of garlic, and right at the top of my head I don't remember what they are. And in between those, we have cosmos and giant zinnias. They're all coming up and looking nice. I'm not 100% sure the cosmos are coming up yet. Cosmos were not from Haas Tools. They were some free seeds I got when I ordered don't remember the name, Buffalo Seed Company. I got some of my beans from Buffalo Seed Company, and they're in up around Kansas City, and they sent the cosmos as a thank you for ordering it, so I put them in here with the giant zinnias. We'll see how they do. And then this bed over here behind me is calendula. That's all coming up really nice. Just thinking that this might have too much mulch on it right there. We'll see, because I know I planted them all the way across. They're coming up. And yay, my patty pan squash, or yellow scallop squash, is coming up. I was a little concerned about it. Didn't see it yesterday, but it popped up overnight. Got 2 sets of those. And then some more calendula in the front. And then the center beds. What are you doing, Miss Milo? The center beds with the arch. We have some dwarf zinnias to come up in the front and the back of both of them. And we have beets on this side. Boy, do those look nice. I planted 2 rounds of them. They are going to have to be thinned. But the first round has come up and is real nice, and I see the second round behind them. And there are carrots here. That's what Milo's doing over here. Milo, what are you doing? Getting up high so you can see? Getting a little braver coming out here. Silly girl. Yeah. I got carrots. I planted 2 rounds of those. And the first rounds, the carrots germinate kind of slowly. First round's getting the second set of leaves, and the second round's starting to come up. Beans. So those beans, all the beans on this trellis, I'm almost certain were the ones from Buffalo Seed Company. Everything over here looks really pretty and really nice. Boy, we're gonna have more beets than we know what to do with. I like to eat my beets roasted. But yeah, there's the first set. And there's our second set coming up right there. Got a row of those in the back. Milo. Hey, what are you doing? I'm looking at everything. And this side of the trellis, we have radishes. These big first round of radishes are wasabi radishes. Again, that was a free pack of seeds. That one came from, I believe, rareseeds.com. That was the 3rd place I got my seeds from this year. They're in Missouri. But then behind the second round of radishes that I planted, back here in the back, are watermelon radishes. Never grown those before. We'll see how those turn out. Those came from Haas Tools. And more carrots. The carrots on this side are a little bigger. Just a different variety, I think. They're kind of a red carrot. I'd have to look at the tag. I don't remember what they were. Beans. This side looks like it's doing a little bit better. I don't know if it's getting a little more sun or if it's what I planted. But the beans over here coming up. Planted, there's dwarf zinnias in the front and the back of this one. And then on the poles on both sides, I didn't even look to see if they were coming up over there yet. I don't think they are morning glories. So we'll have some flowers coming up amongst the beans. Oh, you still sitting in the chair? Yeah, or what she sees. This bed over here are peas. We planted 2 rounds. There's 2 different types of peas. I think they're both a snap pea. Well, I know the sugar daddy peas are snap peas over here. I want to say one set of peas came from rareseeds.com and the other side of the peas came from Haas Tools. They're looking really good. This is the best year I've ever had for peas. And I planted peanuts in the front and the back of this trellis. That's just for fun. It's an experiment. They said, I got those from Haas, said they would grow in this area, but probably should have been started indoors because I think our growing season's too short for them. But again, it was an experiment, just for fun. We'll see how they go. This bed has a row of sunflowers in the middle and bush beans on this side. Got 1 of those coming up so far. Hopefully the rest of them will come up. And These are kind of a red speckledy bean. Oh, all sat on Milo. Topazio beans. Something I've never grown before. See how those go. These beans are just starting to come up. Give them a little time. I see a couple more starting to poke through in the Topazio beans. I'm not sure. It's just a little cool still. I think they're still going to come up. Just need to give them a little more time. Over here we got nasturtiums. Growing those in the front and the back of this bed. Nasturtiums are coming up. And cushaw squash. I see one starting to come up. So I've got 2 sets of those planted like I did with the patty pan squash. And they're big vining squash. I know that this bed is too small for them and they're going to cascade over the sides. That's okay. I don't care. This is the first year I've had these raised beds. This has been an in-ground garden up until this year. But so far I'm really, really happy with it. It looks really nice. It's been easy to care for so far. This bed is all sunflowers. There's really tall sunflowers in the 2 rows on either side of the support here, so I can tie them to the support if I need to, and a shorter sunflower in front of those. I know it's going to be very full. That's kind of what I was going for. I'm really trying to plant the beds really full. I want them to crowd out weeds, and I just think that looks nice. Don't you, Milo? So far, we are very happy with the garden. We do need to do something to get rid of this grass around the edges. When we squared up the fence, the in-ground garden was in a square. It wasn't square, it was just, we came out and tilled it and planted it. But when we put the fence up, we wanted it to look square, so we ended up with coming out into the grass to be able to do that. We want to be able to get wheelbarrow or a small tractor in here to drop off mulch and stuff like that. And we have some wind chimes out here. These are fun wind chimes. This one's my favorite. This guy right here. Isn't that fun? I love the sound of that big deep one. And these sound nice. And then down at the other end, we have 2 sets of smaller wind chimes, higher pitches. My son said that I needed to hang all my wind chimes in here and then I'd have a wind chime orchestra. But I have to admit, I do like the sound of it. We may need to get a few more tones out here. And out here, I see my asparagus coming up. Let's see if I can get through the fence here. That little bed out there has been here for a while. The side with the fence around the top is asparagus, and I was afraid it had died, but I see all kinds of it that needs to be cut now. And then the side over here with the little cage on top of it is the strawberries. We have a serious deer problem. So, but I see lots of strawberry plants coming up over there, so that's doing good. I just put that cage over those last year, I think. So the plants are finally getting to go, had a season to grow good and get caught up. This is our garden. We got a little seating area out here. I tried to plant all stuff that I don't have to just deal with constantly since I'm not here. I just need my husband to be able to water for me periodically. You know, most of it, like I know you should pick like green beans and peas frequently, but if they don't get picked and they go to seed, that's fine. We'll just collect the seeds and we'll have more to grow them again next year. I enjoy doing this. This is my therapy. The funky little round things, trying not to move too fast. I'm sorry guys, I don't use the GoPro to walk around and video very often. These little dudes are I call them my garden Roombas. It's called a tear-till. It's a weeding robot. I just replaced their strings. They have little weed whacker strings on them. They both needed new string, so they hadn't been doing a very good job. But they go around. It's probably needing to charge, so we may not get anything out of it right now. But they go around that little weed whacker and they get the weeds before they get very big, and it keeps them down. I still have to come out and pull weeds, but they really do help. I got two of these guys. We're calling them Fred and Ted there for a while. They hadn't been doing a great job. There's a bunch of these little tiny weeds in the flower beds garden right now. Because apparently the strings needed to be replaced. I did run them when this was an in-ground garden. And once their plants get over about 2 inches tall, they see it as a plant and not a weed, and it goes around them. So they work really well. Of course, now I just want them to keep the paths clean. So I wish I could program them to just get everything, but you can't program them. That's just what they do. They do help. You still have to weed, but it helps. It gets a lot of it. So that's our garden tour. Miss Cat, you feel better now? Huh? Do you feel better now? Poor little thing. You really need to not eat the plants. Don't eat grass, it makes you sick. It does. It does, doesn't it? Poor little thing. Miss Kitty Cat. Oh. Milo's getting some garden time today. Gonna have to stay out here a little bit longer, make sure her tummy's okay before we go inside. Don't we? We're gonna be home for a little while we wait for the truck to get fixed again. Hopefully they get the rest of those fuel injectors replaced and we don't have to do this again. You guys all have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.